Hi, it's Anya Devine here. Going to do a little bit of doodling before taking Erin to school. Just got 10 minutes, so I thought I'd do something because it seems to make a difference to my day when maybe it's something about like feeling like I've achieved something. I'm not sure. That's what I've spoken about James Clear before. You know that book he wrote about atomic habits. In that he says, even just dress your bed in the morning and you'll feel like when you look at it that you'll feel like you've already achieved something. So that's a little bit like the spirit I'm bringing to this now. I want to feel like I've achieved something. I was actually going to just do use my pens and play a little bit. I think I will do that. It seems a little bit uncommitted. Maybe I'll just do a line drawing with my non-dominant hand. So I've got a black pen here. And it's a lot like yesterday's view, but I've ended up putting oh, that's Maisie heading upstairs. I've ended up putting I don't know what I was going to say there. Oh, the ukulele. I put the ukulele there thinking I might draw it, but sure I'm not. I'm only just drawing an outline of the rocking horse. So the ukulele won't fit in unless I make it fit in. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so this is my non-dominant hand, just because I want to be surprised a little bit. I try a blue from here for the saddle. I guess the thing is, as soon as you start something, you start to improvise. Stairgate is blocking my view there now, so I don't know if I'd bother putting the stairgate in. Stairgate is not supposed to block my view, it's supposed to block Maisie from going upstairs. So it's not doing its job this morning, is it? Just changing pens. I'm still using my non-dominant hand because it just feels like it's less precious then. Yeah, so I need to take Maisie to the groomer today. There's a few things kind of playing in me that I feel like, you know, that whole that feeling like you could be doing things better. There's always room for improvement. And then I wrote something to myself this week that about that improvement thing. We don't always have to be improving ourselves. We're okay. It's okay to stop and just to stop. Right, there's a different blue happening there now underneath the saddle. So there's the saddle, and then there's a different blue here. That's got a nice little bit of there's some red studs in there and everything. But I'm just going to leave the studs and I'll move on to the back end of the horse. And the hairy tail that Lily gave a haircut to fairly soon after Santa Claus bought this horse for Erin. And you know, I'm kind of okay with it being wobbly. And maybe a bit wonky. Maybe that's why drawing and stuff like this is good for us, because we can experiment with getting stuff wrong and recognize that actually no one's died, it's okay. What was I going to say? Okay, so that's the legs at the bottom. Okay. I do, like, part of me wants to just fill in the shape of the horse, but maybe I don't really have anything to hand that I could. I've got this, but I actually like the line, so I'm not going to fill it all in. It's the black pen. I suppose there's a question then about how far off the tracks are we willing to go. There's something I think about really willingly embracing uncertainty, and it almost being necessary to kind of, I'm a bit tired of talking about all this stuff. It's a bit heavy, isn't it, sometimes, all of that. There's nothing really heavy about drawing and painting, though. At the moment, anyway, it feels like this is quite a therapeutic thing to be doing, just itching the surface with this brown pen. Slightly vicious looking teeth in there. Maybe a little bit back here as well. So today Maisie's going to get groomed, 1 o'clock. I have some photographs I want to print off because I've got a couple of commissions I'm doing. And because the libraries aren't open, I need to find somewhere different. So there's a place in Morningside I might go to. No, Morningside is a lovely spot, and it's got a Waitrose, and it's got nice coffee shops. Difficult to park there though, and I've got a few dilemmas about that now. When I think about going there to photocopy my pictures, I want to shove a whole load of other things on top of that job, and I've been stalling on it like for the last week because of all these other jobs that I've given myself. Like in lovely jobs. Like I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll go into a coffee shop there now with my artist way, and I'll go through some exercises, take my coloured pens and my drawing book, so this paraphernalia I'm using here, and I'll sort out my whole life on paper, I'll answer the questions on these quiz things that she has in the artist's way that kind of let you know what you're dreaming of and really what you want to be doing. And anyway, so I was going to say, there's a bit of a setup in the end. I had expected to do some amazing things all together in these coffee shops in Morningside. I don't know actually where I was going to find the time for all of that stuff in between walking Maisie and getting the food and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I could find the time if I prioritised it, I suppose, but I was having trouble prioritising anything. And then yesterday I had the day off really. I just went to Gladhouse for a swim with my friend John, and we took some soup, and it was nice. I mean, there isn't a very comfortable setting, but we did have a fire, and so that was very welcome. And it's always beautiful there. Right, Aaron's going to come down any second now. Alright, so yeah, and the water was freezing, so I suppose in a way it felt a bit harsh, So maybe what I was seeking was a coffee shop in Morningside as a different way of treating myself this week. Good having the old wildness as well. So these are the freezes now coming in, because I reckon Erin's going to come downstairs any minute now, because she's due to go in for 10:10, so I need to leave in a few minutes, I'd say. I'm just making some shapes here to describe the freesias. Did I say fuchsia? I meant freesia. It's funny, sometimes I look back, I was looking through my videos to find a particular video for some friends last night, and I thought, gosh, I sound really chirpy. I'd forgotten that, like it's different every day, isn't it? I suppose we're different every day. And I'm sure I could equally have come across ones where I was probably in tears as well. I guess it's all part of the whole mix. And I was thinking, I really want to do a good clean up of the house. It's slightly embarrassing. And with the cats and the dog, it's slightly smelly as well. And there's an eco cleaner lives nearby, and I thought if I could only declutter, I might then ask the cleaner if he could come and do a job. But there's no point in any cleaner coming in here until the worktop has got no clothes on it. you know, like things need to be moved out of the way for him to be able to have an impact. But I think I could manage to move everything out of the way or to do the cleaning part. But both of them, I don't think I could do both really. And she's obviously not ready yet. Another few minutes. We're leaving around 10, Erin. Are we leaving around 10? Okay. So this is just using a pencil now. I took Lillian earlier this morning. There are some times when I really lay down the law and I say, I'm not driving into school. I'm not driving anyone into school. It usually, I think, coincides with me being a little bit more organised and actually having a plan for what I want to do. Whereas if I've got no plan, sure, I might as well drive everyone anywhere. Do you know that kind of insipid way you get, like, that's the recycling happening outside there now. I was thinking the other day, do you know in the Artist's Way they talk about doing the morning pages, and I think these are kind of like my morning pages. Stream of consciousness. What it is like you wake up straight away to 3 pages of foolscap writing on whatever comes into your mind. Just straight away write it down. And I think it's to be done like immediately on waking. I wasn't going to tell you this, but I've actually done it already today. So this is my second load of stuff just coming out of my mouth, uncensored. There's the friezes. There's the card that my mum drew that card. It's a spider plant in the bathroom at home in Ireland. I was really impressed when I heard that she drew it, because I thought she had bought it. You can't see it really. It's just a very thin line drawing, but it's lovely. So these aren't proportionally relating to each other. And recognizing that, I feel like I've now got the freedom to do what I like with the ukulele. I could even hang it up on the wall behind. There's a bit of light shining from the kitchen onto that wall over there. So I'm going to put a bit of, so that's kind of a skin coloured thing there. And then we do have the couch in the foreground, which I'd say would be kind of a good thing to locate. I had that little stand there. It's a fossilised stone that my friend Erin gave me, because I was doing a bit of yoga and I was leaning the phone against that in order to look at the yoga teacher on YouTube. And that stone there is one that I got from Loch Lomond. When I went into the water in Loch Lomond in February, it was so lovely and I felt so alive, and I thought I need something to remember this by. So that stone there I picked up out of the water. The water was like a mirror, so clear, and I could see all the stones in the bottom of the loch. And I just grabbed that one up and I held it up over my head like Excalibur. I did that this morning again to try and embody that feeling, because I felt in need of some Excalibur energy. And there's a bit of incense. There's a little hole in the stone and it just about fits a piece of incense. So I had some burning there, you can see. It's good, isn't it, sometimes when we have things that remind us of a more empowered state or happier times, or, you know, it's like I'm saying I'm not happy now. Sure, every day is different, like we were saying there. Every moment really can be different too. Now there's some lines on the heater back there. I'm just going to do something with that to describe the heater that's behind the rocking horse. And then there's Maisie's bowls. I've got in touch with a trainer that I met a guy in Roslyn Glen the other day with a Bedlington Larcher, would you believe? Maisie and his dog was called Bella. Had a great little run around, you know, and she's 2 years old. He said he got her when she was 1, and that they went to this trainer over, and she was based near Crieff then, but he was recommending her for dog training. He said that she's very good, so I've been in touch, and I might go and see if I can see her, just to allow us to communicate a bit better with Maisie. There she's gone by, with a bottle of water. Are you going to drink that, Maisie? Okay, I don't know, I'm nearly finished. The ukulele didn't feature at all. And the tabletop is slightly irritating me because I've made it the wrong, there's nothing I can't convincingly make it meet the rocking horse, because but I think it does read as though still the rocking horse is through a doorway. Tabletop, things floating a little bit there, but sure, it's alright. Maisie's bowl. So after I've taken Erin to school, I'm going to take Maisie out for a walk. And then I may go and get the photocopy done in Morningside and just forget all the other peripheral stuff I was going to do around it. There's a great power in just taking action sometimes on the thing, isn't there? On the thing that I'm procrastinating upon. I'll tell you what I annoy myself sometimes, is that I feel like I'm the whole time trying to give a moral, like Aesop's fables, the moral of the story, before I've even allowed myself time to breathe in the story. There's some sort of labelling of it and kind of, so that's why this is happening and this is how it's going to benefit me. So, and in the spirit of labelling everything, that voice itself sounded quite critical, didn't it? I think you might have a sore head after this morning's video. Right, so I'm going to put some water on those bowls because they're too bright. When I say water, actually, yeah, licking my finger and spreading it on there. Nice. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Well, I have got the oil pastels. What do you think, Maisie? Will I use these? I might just do some small thing, even just to make a bit more sense of the bowls. Oil pastel, white oil pastel there. Maybe, like, there's a candle lighting there, but sure, I can't fit it in because of the way I've drawn it. I'm just going to put a yellow splodge where the light should be. It's a bit of a dirty light. And then I could also draw a little bit with the oil pastel to create the freesias. Yeah? Okay, that's us. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay. So that's the end of that. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Bye.